So let me give you a story real quick, all right? I remember one time there was a guy I knew and he was dating this woman, and to my understanding, he was doing his thing on the side, right? And one day, I guess the woman found out. Maybe a girl called her or she saw messages somewhere, I don't know. But she found out, she calls him on the phone, and at this moment, he's in my presence while he's on the phone, while she calls him. So now she's arguing with him and they're going back and forth and they're yelling, boom, boom, boom. Well, she's mainly yelling at him. But before you know, I start paying attention. He starts screaming at her. Now he's yelling at her. And so now they're going back and forth, back and forth. But by the end of the conversation, he's the more dominant one as far as attacking, arguing, yelling, cursing. And I can tell that she has now become more docile. And so by the end of the conversation, this man hangs up the phone. He looks at me. Mind you, he was just all in a rage, right? He looks at me and he falls out laughing. That is just a perfect example of how some men will manipulate the situation and turn everything on you, all right? So you caught him doing something wrong, but somehow it ends up being about you. He lied to you about something, but now it ends up being about you. He's acting inappropriately, but now he's accusing you of acting inappropriately. Men who are playing games, these types of men, and let me make it very clear, not all men play these games. Not all men are doing this nonsense. So do not project this onto all men. But are there men who are behaving in this dysfunction? Absolutely. And those men are very good at turning the tables on you, making it about you. They have learned how to successfully take the spotlight off of them and put it on you. Now understand something. A guy who's serious about you I'm not going to sit here and say a genuinely good dude has never gotten defensive, all right? I'm not going to say that a genuinely good dude who loves you has never inappropriately threw something back at you when you attacked them. But that's the key word. If they felt attacked, then yes, it can set the stage for that. And that's why it's always important, why I always encourage you guys to express yourself in a more calm manner, to not attack, even though, yes, some addressing certain issues can be labeled as attack by people who don't want to have to talk about it, who don't want to have to own up to it, all right? But you have to be honest with yourself when you know you came with the right energy versus you lashed out and attacked. Because sometimes you're accusing, and in some situations, he may have not done anything wrong. So his retaliation is because he feels like he has to defend himself, all right? But I don't want to deviate too far from the main point here, because many of you have experienced or seen when the man is intentionally turning the tables on you. And when he does that, when he is unwilling to own what you want to address first, then that's a huge problem. And that's definitely a sign of a guy who's playing you and a guy you need to stay away from. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. In this case, he feels like you are that woman. He wants to be with you, but he doesn't feel ready. And his lack of readiness could be for various reasons. It could be lack of readiness because he feels like